Far Cry Predator for the Xbox 360 marks the next release in the Far Cry Instinct series. Now, this isn't really related to the original PC version, although it shares the name. You play as the same character, but in the original PC version, you didn't have these feral powers where you could punch enemies off cliffs and jump up 50 feet in the air and actually see enemy scent. So those abilities continue in this game. However, it isn't really a new game. It's sort of like a mission pack. You basically get 8 new single-player missions. It's called Evolution Mode, and they're pretty much the same thing that you experienced in FCI. They're a little bit more open-ended, at least some of them, but it really feels familiar to the first game. In terms of other new content, you get a few new multiplayer maps, you get a new multiplayer mode, Seek and Secure, which is a lot like Call of Duty 2's HQ mode. You get some new graphics, and you get the original Far Cry Instincts, which actually you have to run through to get to the evolution mode unless you have the cheat code to unlock it, which is just give me it all. So the single player isn't really the draw to this game. It's basically the multiplayer that you want to play this for. The new maps, the new modes, it's just a lot of fun to play online. It was in FCI, and it still is now. And the map editor has also been improved. You get like auto-snapping ladders now. You can actually put in zip lines. You can put in tunnels. And of course publish these maps to live where other people can then download them and play on them. Now, you can't download or import your Far Cry Instincts maps into Predator. You can only do that in Evolution, which is the Xbox game, so you might want to keep that in mind. Graphically, the 360 version Predator looks pretty much like an Xbox game. You've got improved water effects. I mean, it looks really nice. You've got improved draw distance and slightly better lighting, but generally you're looking at Xbox textures, you're looking at Xbox character models, gun models, pretty much everything, just in a higher resolution. So don't come into this expecting some sort of crazy next-gen graphics, because they're just not there. The sound effects and music, like in Far Cry Instincts, they're solid. You get nice sort of panting and swishing sound effects when you're flying through the jungle at feral speed. And there's some good sort of ambient music. The gun effects are a little weak, particularly like the MP5. I don't really like how it sounds. But other than that, the game's solid. Nothing incredible, but nothing that you're really going to cringe at. The controls in the 360 version for some reason feel a little jerkier than the Xbox, and I'm not quite sure why that is, but you can always turn off auto aim. That seems to help, and there's also a slider that you can adjust for the sensitivity. Now, basically, if you've played Far Cry Instincts, should you buy this game? Well, there's really not that much new. So if you're still happy with Far Cry Instincts, then you should pretty much just stick with Far Cry Instincts. If you've never played Far Cry Instincts before, definitely a solid title to pick up. There's a lot of single-player content if you've never gone through it yet, considering it has both Instincts and Evolution mode, and the multiplayer is a lot of fun. So definitely worth buying if you've never played FCI before. But if you were waiting for a true sequel to Far Cry Instincts, then you're pretty much going to have to keep waiting.